It's the Dutch Bangla Bank T20 series, Bangladesh versus the West Indies.
Litton will spin the coin. Here is the call. Litton, you finally won the toss. What have you decided?
We'll bat first.
Both the captains having difficulty in remembering the names. Bangladesh making 4 changes actually. Pervez Hussain Imam, Nurul Hassan Chauhan, Mahdi Hassan, Shariful Islam.
Good management from his standpoint. So the 3 players in, Amir Jangu, Akim Ogis and Gunakesh Moti. So a lot of spin options there.
For the third and the final T20 International, Shoikot and Mukul. Yeah, so it's going to be 2 left-handers.
Austin Chase, that's opportunity for him as well as the leader for the rest of the batters to come out there. Tanzir Hassan Tamim batted excellent in the series. Another left-hander, elegant if he gets going.
End up right. Let's play with Dutch Bangla Bank. Straight away in the block hole, maybe just for genuine edge. It is a nexus play for. There's no fielder at third. Yeah, what I was referring to, that at times you can see the bowlers just hanging on to those kind of catches. Either get stuck inside the palm or don't.
I'm not too sure whether Tanzir Hassan Tamim intended to play that fine.
Again, this time onto the pads and he's flicked it away. He's picked up back-to-back boundaries.
Poor delivery by Jason. A swing on and offer, but the line was too straight to start. Even the very first ball, there was swing starting leg stump, finishing outside the leg stump, and almost a similar delivery. Nicely done by Tanzir Hassan Tamim, keeping his shape pretty nicely, making sure he's not falling over with the head.
Oh yes, he enjoys it. It's into the stands. It's a big one.
What a hit with the turn, and even before the ball was delivered or just about delivered, Pervez Hussain Imam crossed just outside the yaw stump and went with the turn, and no intention to keep it along the ground, and brings up the first rocket 6 of the game, and that too a massive one, an 86-meter monster into the crowd.
Well, he's not connected it, but he'll still take it because it's gone over the top of the fielder at short fine, never in control, and it goes over for a nexus 4.
Good bouncer, change of length. Surprise Tanzir Tamim. Like the way the bouncer was dished out by Shepherd.
Oh, dropped. They dropped quite a few in the last match, and this one hit it straight to the hands of Jason Holder, who just couldn't hang on to it.
4 catches dropped from the last game and set away into the third over.
But if you get out, this is a straightforward chance. He's very, very lucky, not him. Shots of catch it, soft dismissal in the end. Gunakesh Moti takes the catch. Imam cannot believe it, but he has to go.
This particular delivery deserved to be put away for a boundary. And probably because of the bounce, surprise Imam. Yeah, he was trying to play from down to up. Trying to clear the extra cover field or the cover point field over the top rather than trying to play along the ground. Misses out. Pervez Hussain playing for the first time in the series. He's gone for 9, 22 for 1 for West Indies.
A beautiful use of the feet from the skipper. Couple of bounces and it is a nexus pay 4. Lovely touch from the skipper.
Litton Kumar does, he means business. Straight away, coming down the track, and an excellent hit. Going through the line, no slugging at all. Knew the mid-on was in the circle. As soon as the ball reached the eye level of the batter, he's out of the crease like a flash.
Nice shot. This is a well-controlled pull. You don't see that pull shot going in that direction. It's gone just to the left of the fielder at mid-on. Nicely struck.
Picked up the off cutter pretty early, Tanzit Hassan Tamim. The first delivery just outside the yaw stump beaten. The pace was 133 and this occasion is just 120.8. Set up.
Oh, on to the pads given. And straight away, Shoaib has given it in favor of the bowler, Jason Holder. And he takes the review.
Ball is close to the bat. Can I have outrage, please? Keep it rolling through. Got a flat line as the ball passes the bat. Satisfied, no bat involved. You can go for the ball tracking when ready, please. Original decision is out. Ball pitching outside leg, going back to Saikat on field. Saikat, you have to reverse.
He has to reverse it.
Sent from around the wicket. Outside on leg stump and wings deployed by Tanzit Tamim. It is a rocket 6 to welcome Akil Hussain and Samuel Badri.
Hello Shamanoy, hello everyone. Yep, too short from Akil Hussain. First ball of the over, making full use of it. Looking for that arm ball once again. But this man is in good form, Tanzit. 25 from 17. A little bit of a risk to bowl Akil Hussain this over. This is in there, fielder settles, fielder takes the catch. Gudakesh Moti with the catch in the deep, a rocket out, and the captain has to go.
And the move the West Indies captain chose in introducing Kerry Pierre has worked. The left-arm spinner temptingly dondaged by bowling that one short one. And then deep mid-wicket, another left-arm spinner in Gudakesh Moti who completes the catch. They've got the breakthrough. The Bangladesh captain has to go back to the dressing room. He's gone for 6 of 9. Bangladesh 44 for 2.
Emphasis on it. And that's connected. And that's another rocket 6 all the way into the stands. Finally brings up the 50 for Bangladesh.
Brings up the 50 in style by exciting the crowd. Launched up the runway. It's flown off like a rocket for a rocket 6. Into the stands. The line. In the slot, catch it is the call. He's hit it straight, 2 straight, 1 bounce, 2nd bounce over the boundary for a Nexus Pay 4.
Yeah, you were just asking about matchups. This one here is a favorable matchup for the batter. Left-hand orthodox coming into him, maybe a little bit too full and wide from Kerry Pierre, so allows him to swing the arm nicely and gets it straight enough to beat Rahman Powell down in the deep. And after the next couple deliveries, it will be an opportunity with the drinks break.
Shot! Brilliant from Tanzit Tamim, lands in the stands. It's a biggie. It's a rocket 6.
Yeah, and they needed desperately an over like this. 11 from it so far, 1 delivery remaining. I mentioned the impending water break. You've done well in the over. How do you play that final delivery? Do you keep going? Sometimes as a batter, that moment.
Well, he guides that nicely, and it's going to be wide of the 2 fielders. Bisects that deep third and deep point for Nexus Pay 4. Oh, and his favorite area. He smashed that. Wow, that stood up to be hit, and he obliged. They were crashing away to the boundary for a Nexus Pay 4.
A nothing delivery. Off cutter set up beautifully, and when you bowl a cutter into the pitch to a settled batter, you've got to put much more effort and you've got to get the height as well. That was a freebie.
Get carried away. Nice, that is very, very good. That single gets him his 50, and what a well-compiled 50. Thanks the Almighty, the crowd are happy, the dugout is happy. He needs to carry on.
Back-to-back half centuries. 61 of 48 with 3 sixes and 3 fours in the last game.
T20 series. before the World Cup. Gets behind that. It's flying, gone all the way. Oh, he's on the move, and he's getting the sixes quite easily.
Most of the sixes Tanzil Tamim has smashed in this series have been in the leg side. On this occasion, the ball was way outside the off stump, and that was proper timing. Probably wanted to go a long on or straight down the ground.
And now this time he goes straighter. That's what you're talking about. Oh, almost a superb catch. But unfortunately, Rahman Powell flows it. And I think that's the third catch drop here. Luck favouring Bangladesh here. Luck favouring Tanzil.
Went nice and flat. Actually got a good piece of the willow there. Wasn't sure that Rahman Powell knew where the boundary rope was. Probably the third umpire will be asked to come in and just check whether the ball had touched the boundary cushion.
Short, picks that up. It's gonna go over the top. They needed a big hit. It's come at last. And it's a rocket six, right in time.
Don't think Saif Hassan timed it as well as he'd liked. But still, the powerful arms coming in on a slow ball bouncer, which was picked early. Not too long, 67
runs. It goes again. This time he does not really time it, and this time round it's gone straight down the throat of a fielder in the deep. Ogi is the catcher, and he's a happy man.
Back-to-back slower deliveries. First one went for a six, second one got the job done for West Indies. That came a bit quicker than Saif Hassan expected. Safe as houses, and the celebration comes out in typical Jason Holder style, using all his experience in dismissing Saif Hassan. Caught by Augie's ball holder, gone for 23, 107 for 3, Bangladesh.
In this series, and a lot will depend on him. Oh, not easy, but it looked like that he could have just hanged on to it. Good evening, Samuel Badri.
Hello Atta, hello everyone. We've seen some spectacular catches so far in the series. Rahman Powell himself was involved in one in that direction, but just a little too much on it. Maybe he had a better opportunity than I thought initially. We've seen catchers these days take those.
Again, a big swing given. Absolutely looked very, very straight in front of the stumps. Is he going to take the review? Nope. Just a quick word with the non-striker. And he is heading on his way to the pavilion.
And a very good decision not to review. That was absolutely plumb. Smashing most of the stumps. A good over eventually from Kari Pierre. Struck for 6 first ball. Bookends the over with a wicket. Rishad goes for 3. 118 for 4.
I think he's picked up the gap. Lovely piece of timing. With that previous single, it gone past his best score of 73, which he scored against Sri Lanka in Colombo this year. Yeah, good touch, really good touch.
Yeah, can he bat all of the remaining overs? Only 2 Bangladesh. That's down the ground. Rahman Powell circles, completes the catch. A wonderful catch from the Jamaican. He's shown glimpses of that in the previous matches, and just inches off the ground this time. Another one falls.
Yeah, beautifully done. Timed his dive to perfection because the ball was dying down and he knew he was in trouble. Look at his reaction. Beautifully. Right gets underneath the ball just before it touches the ground. Excellent from Rahman Powell. Nur Hassan departs for one, Bangladesh 126 for 5. So now they have two left-handers. Straight away, he smacked that away. Top shot of the first ball that he faces.
Yeah, he seems to be batting on an entirely different surface standard. Extends this innings in terms of his highest score in this format. The utilization of the crease, just a back push, and then the placement.
Is this going to be the third time? Yes. So this is a third in the 3 consecutive overs. West Indies have picked up a wicket of the last ball of each over. Incredible.
And a wicket for Akil Hussain. Up until that point, he was wicketless. He's taken wickets in every game in the series. Nice and slow that time. And can't connect well enough for 6. So finishes his spell. 4 overs, 1 for 26. And I can understand what Nasum was trying. Last ball, tried to go for the maximum, 133 for 6. Sideline.
That's gone to the boundary, but it looked at one stage that the fielder might have just gone and grabbed that catch. Alec Athan is the fielder. A lucky break for Jackarelli for the boundary.
They're too close to him firstly. That's the first mistake. And then Alec Athan was late in leaving the boundary. So a bad bit of misjudgment from him. And in the end had to lunge forward. But the initial movement wasn't there. And Jason Holder
looks very close, given. 4th time a wicket has fallen on the last ball of the last 4 consecutive overs. Yes, he's taken the review.
Third umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is out. I have checked the fit. It's a fair delivery. Front on to start with, please. Ball appears to be missing the bat. Can I confirm that with Ultra Edge, please? Keep it rolling through. Clear gap between bat and ball. Satisfied. No bat involved. You can go for the ball tracking when ready, please. Copy that. Original decision is out. Ball pitching, impact in line. Wickets hitting, going back to Shaikat on field. Shaikat, you can stay with your out decision. You're on screen, you can signal now.
Yeah, we're spot on. The Jackarelli goes. It's 142 for 7. Nope. Straight into the hands. But what an innings. What an innings from the youngster, Tanzid Hassan. He tried to make a little bit of room and try to go over the top of Jason Holder. Could not manage to get that elevation. And that's why he has to head back.
Yeah, the tallest man on the field, so comfortable for him. Ends his innings having scored 63% of the runs there from the inception, dismissed in the final over. What a knock. 89 he falls for, 142 for 8.
Bowling, he gets it.
Hat-trick for Romario Shepherd. Yeah, they all know in the dugout. I'm not entirely sure if Romario knew on the field because it was the last ball of a previous over. Now he finds out and he joins Jason Holder as the only other West Indian to take a hat-trick in this format. A wonderful bowling performance from the man from Guyana. West Indians dominating this final phase. Bang on target. Just look at that delivery. The middle stump. What a way to achieve the feat as well. Many congratulations to Romario. Shariful goes without scoring, 9 down for 142.
Yeah, I think it's gone. That is nicely struck from Taskin Ahmed. And The score that Liton Kumardas mentioned at the toss is on the board. It's 150 with that massive 6.
Where has he been all this time, Taskin? You all remember the first T20I when he struck a 6 and stepped on his stump? Well, this time,
that will be only a single. He's not going to make it in time. So they pick up a single, and Bangladesh will end up scoring 151 after the end of the 20th over. And they managed to lose 2 wickets, but in the end they managed to pick up 9 runs.
Yeah, that's the wicket, and I don't mind that at all from the batters. Even though it's suicidal, take it on. You never can tell. A little bit of panic, a fumble here or there, and you can get an extra run or 2 in the end. It doesn't happen, but that's fine. So Taskin run out of the last ball for 9. 151 is where they end, but a dramatic collapse. And when you look at the batting effort from Bangladesh, well, that man stands out. Tanzid Hassan Tamim.
The partnership, if you look at Tanzid and Saif, set it with the partnership.
Yeah, the hat-trick man, Romario Shepherd, only the second West Indian to register a hat-trick in this format, 3 for 36 holder. So that's a target then for the West Indians if they are to register a 3-0 series sweep.
Welcome back to Chattogram, and we've had the Bangladesh innings completed in this Dutch Bangla Bank 3rd T20 International.
Amir Jangu seems set to bat at the top of the order. I mentioned before his sensational century on debut. Can he continue in that rich vein? But it's all a learning curve for many of these players who are still in the infancy.
Performances which will catch the eyes of, you mentioned, and that is Alec Athanaze into his 9th innings. 2 50s, and there is Amir Jangu, 109 runs, just alone 50, fledgling.
Prior to this one, from the West Indian standpoint, Mehdi Hassan.
And straight away he's on the money. He's very, very good, starting with a new ball. Very adept at taking early wickets, and that's what... what happened there? He dropped it. Liton Kumardas coming across in front of the slip fielder. Maybe would have been easier to let it go through the 2 slips. He's dropped it.
Yeah, and history seemed to be repeating itself. We saw that in the first over in the last match. Good delivery, edge, thought about going, and then pulled out. And that affected the slip fielder. If you're going, go. If you're not, don't move.
And there it goes again. It's edged him, but it's 3rd man into play. Nasir Ahmed comes across quickly. He's living dangerously. Shariful Islam is inducing the edges.
I'm talking about.
Oh, I think he's gone. He went charging. It was getting to his mind. He thought he'd take on Mahdi, but outfoxed completely. And an easy stumping for the keeper. The wicket, but there is going to be a little bit of a check. It's the Dutch Bangla Bank decision pending.
Tarampatu director, we have an umpire review for stumping. Both feet are checked. It's a fair delivery. We can go to side on angle, please. Wicket is broken with the batter is short of his ground. I have a decision for the big screen, and
it's going to be rocketed out. The first wicket. Very crucial breakthrough here. Alec Athanaze has to go back after scoring 1. West Indies are 6 for 1. That's Fuller, and he's latched onto that. Good timing. It's just going across there. Maybe not from the meaty part of the bat, but that's going to release a lot of the pressure with an excess pay for.
Yeah, they desperately needed that, just threw his hands at it, looking for the swing. Not as much this time around. And finally, he latches onto 1, Amir Jangu. Previously 5 from 11.
Now, swirling in there. Fielder trying to come underneath that one. I think he's going to get... Oh, he's dropped it. Goodness gracious. Did all the hard work. Got underneath that one. Tawhid Ridoy has dropped it. Normally a good fielder in the deep. He just couldn't latch onto it.
Yeah, the substitute fielder tried to get into that drop zone quickly. Always difficult to judge in the night, and was still moving when that ball got to him. So couldn't really settle under it. And that's the great difficulty of taking catches on the...
Oh, smash that! Almost took the umpire with that shot. What a way to finish that over. Nexus Bay 4, 15 for 1. Oh, he's picked that up and he's going to go sailing away into the crowd. What a tremendous strike by this young man. Welcome to the middle, Tuscan, with a rocket 6.
Yeah, I was interested to see who's going to bowl this over, whether or not he'd continue with Mahedi, who's been so good. Instead, he's gone for Taskin. And he's finding the middle with a bit more regularity now, Amir Jangu. A very slow start.
It's short, wide, fleeced away. The chase is not going to be enough because the ball's going to get there quite comfortably. Back-to-back boundaries, this one and Nexus Pay 4.
Acceleration from Jangu, trying to capitalize on the remaining overs in the power play. Showing his range, leg side previously, and some good timing and placement this time around.
Ah, he pulls it past the diving fielder. Another one. Oh, he's on song, he's on fire. Really blasting the balls away. Another Nexus Pay 4.
Yeah, the full repertoire from Amir Jangu. Pull way in front this time, but again the gap finding so important.
Short, gets a hold of that, forward of square, no chance for the fielder. The boundaries are coming thick and fast in this over. Another Nexus Pay 4.
Doesn't know where to bowl Taskin. The most expensive over of the match so far, and it's still not completed. Boundaries leg side in front of square. Boundary offside in front of square as well.
Be economical and also among the wickets like that. Straight onto the stumps. A little bit too close for Brendan King to pull it. Wrong option. And the ball's gone on to hit the stumps.
The bowling change has worked as Nasu Mohammed has come on and bowled the batter. Cleaned the stumps up, getting the big wicket of Brandon King. It is rocket out. Quicker again, 91.6 kilometers per hour. Looked confident, wasn't bogged down after being hit for a boundary. Strikes back, Brandon King has to go for 8. West Indies 37 for 2. That's a good hit. This is a clean strike for a rocket 6 from Roston Jays.
The chase is on, and the skipper plays a beautiful looking shot. Clean as a whistle. Lovely, lovely timing. 81 meters. It was just the length.
Nicely cut. Behind square, it's running away and will win the race. It's a Nexus Pay boundary from Amir Jangu.
Again, a really good looking shot from Amir Jangu. Look how short that is, but you still have to find the right placement. And he's been doing that.
Gives a bit of flight, appeal, good shout, finger raised. Rishad comes back after getting hit for a boundary. Amir Jangu will have a thought, will have a chat with the captain. Referred to the TV umpire.
Ball is close to the bat. Can I have ultra edge, please? Keep it rolling through. Keep it rolling through. We've got a flat line as the ball passes the bat. Satisfied, no bat involved. Ball tracking when ready, please. Original decision is out. Ball pitching in line. Impact is in line. Wickets hitting. Wing back to Mukul on field. Decision, you are on screen.
Gets the better of him. He has to go for 34. It's 52 for 3, West Indies. Oh, what a shot. Wings deployed for a maximum. It is a rocket 6.
He went for 18 runs in his very first over. He comes back in the attack, bowling to a new batter who just come into the crease. It's a left-hander. Remember, it was Amir Jung who took him on. But he doesn't get it right, the bowler. And that's why it sails over into the stands. Terrific shot.
Uppercut. Dive. Good effort from Shoriful. Wasn't the easiest of opportunities, but the batters will run back for the second. Turns out to be yet another expensive over. 11 of the 9th. West Indies 66 for 3.
Few chances go by. Not an easy one. It's a difficult one. It would have been a splendid, spectacular catch if he'd gone on to hang on. Maybe just...
Sounded good off the bat in front of square. Effort in vain. 4 runs. Nexus Bay boundary.
Again, a really good piece of timing here. He's timing it beautifully here. August. He went down the wicket, but he was lucky because it was short. Back of the hand, didn't turn that much.
Give himself room. Oh, extra cover. 1 bounce to the boundary. A Nexus Bay 4 and an excellent shot by Roston Chase.
What a delightful shot that is. The inside-out shot, never easy. Just playing, no turn at all. Just simple. Played over the top, very well controlled.
Rishad Hussain into the attack. And Hakeem Ogis just a flick of the wrist. And a rocket 6 over mid-wicket to welcome Rishad Hussain to the crease.
What a magnificent shot that is. Was pitched up in the slot, asking to be punished. He's going to play with whatever turn there was and made it look so very easy with the flourish of the bat and a lot.
Comes down the track again and drop catch at short extra cover. That should have been taken. Substitute fielder Tanzim Hassan Shakib. That should have been taken, and with that 2 runs brings up the 100 for West Indies.
I think that might just turn out to be the drop catch that lost the match. It was straightforward, went quickly, understandable, but Shakib should have gone on to that one. Could have made all the difference in this innings. And
Shot! That is a massive hit. Picture perfect, just like the first 6th over. And another rocket 6 over mid-wicket.
that's just rubbing salt into the wound, really. Shakib missing out. He didn't miss out. Really came underneath the ball. Full flurry of the bat. Full strike of the bat. And another long one.
Googly. And just like the first, just like the second, the third 2 over mid-wicket make it 3 rocket 6s in the over.
Slug sweeps galore. Oh goodness, you have not seen striking like this for a long time. Particularly to a bowler who troubles the batters. This is the 3rd 6 and almost, yeah, definitely the longest.
And he brings out in style. A lovely flicks towards mid-wicket and an excellent display of batting. A 50 of 24 deliveries. Rightly so, the entire team applauding the young man's efforts.
What a marvellous effort it has been from the young man, Hakeem Ogis. Roston Chase goes over and congratulates him. It's been a wonderful mix, 5 6s, 1 4. But there have been a lot of deliveries which is just nudged and pushed and got the singles and the 2.
In the gap. And should be a boundary. Yes, Ridoy, the reserve player, he could not get there. It's a Nexus Bay 4 by Roston Chase.
Oh, it's massacre in the middle. Bangladeshi bowlers really taken to the cleaners. Haven't got a clue where to bowl from both ends. It's Roston Chase, 34 of 21. He's bludgeoning the ball about. They're really picking their spots.
Back of the length, finds a gap and probably finds the boundary as well. That's good timing and placement. And Taskin Ahmed, as he has done in the first 2 overs, very, very expensive.
Yeah, it's been really all over the place with the left-right combination. Doesn't really know where to bowl it. The manner in which Roston Chase allowed the ball to come on and guides it. And enough.
And he evades the field that bit off for another nexus pair boundary. Taskin Ahmed continues to be expensive.
A belligerent batting from Roston Chase, making light work of that target score so far. The presence of mind, knowing exactly where the fielders are, and then the skill to execute perfectly.
Format. Oh, just kept low. It just kept low and goes through the defense, but he's done his job. Well bowled, Rishad Hussain.
Yeah, googly. We don't see the googlies too often from Rishad Hussain, and I personally would like to see it a lot more. It is a wicket-taking delivery, as you can see here. Completely flummoxed. Roston Chase gets another. But what a knock it was from the standing captain, Roston Chase, 143 for 4.
Straight into the hands. It's one of his profitable strokes, but not that time around. He'll be disappointed, but he has to go.
Anticlimactic end. He's played that shot with a lot of productivity so far tonight, but it's that shot that has brought about his demise. And another googly, another wicket from that delivery type, Rishad. Good catch in the deep. But what a memorable night for Akeem Ogist. Only his 4th T20 international. Strike rate of 200 for his first half century. 144 for 5. And that's it. The victory for the West Indies. They'll get their approbations from the coaching staff. All smiles. Darren Sammy and his men. The first time that they recorded a 3-0 series sweep away from home. They win the final one by 5 wickets and a 3-0 series sweep. Yeah, the batting from the West Indians, Athanaze went cheaply. Jangu, after a very slow start, sparkled for 34. King again struggled.
Not with the bowling that we've seen tonight, but also the catching was below par, way below par. I thought Mahdi Hassan was excellent.
Yeah, just a reflection on how this 3rd Dutch Bangla Bank T20 International panned out. Bangladesh won the toss, elected to bat first for the first time as they got to 152 for 5, and they took the series 3-0.
And not relying on any 1 or 2 players. Yes, Darren Sammy has produced a great result. Yeah, they're enjoying the moment, and why not? The winning moment. Congratulations.